Hey y'all. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This JLeesCorner. This is a special little review because y'all know I don't usually review the show. I have not reviewed Teen Mom. This is season 10, episode 1. Teen Mom 2. I have not reviewed Teen Mom probably since the first year I was doing reviews, and I used to always review the show. The show got too dumb. It got too repetitive. My brains is messed up. It got too repetitive. It got too stupid, and I stopped reviewing it. It's cold too. So, I had stopped watching it as well. But the new season came on today. And so I got a couple thoughts. So I'm gonna give y'all this. I was gonna do it as a car conversation, but I might forget by tomorrow morning driving to work. So y'all gonna get it now, okay? We ain't getting all the extra I usually do, okay? Teen Mom 2, season 10, episode 1. We're gonna let it be what it's gonna be. Okay, person by person, okay? Y'all don't have to like, comment, subscribe, share, follow me on IG and on Twitter at J_Lees_Corner and all of that. I was also tweeting with the show, okay? Because I watched it. I watched it later on, but you know what I'm saying? I still watched it. So, Chelsea. Chelsea is still on the show. You know, she was on 16 and Pregnant with Adam, okay? Her daughter, Aubrey. Is it Aubrey. Okay, is a little adorable little girl or whatever. She now has 3 children. She's pregnant with her 4th. Y'all know she's married to is his name Cole? I don't remember, but she's a nice husband or whatever. Chelsea to me has always been boring, and not because like of any reason. She's just like a boring person. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know. And it's not that I don't like her. I think she's a great mom. I think she's made great decisions since letting Adam ass go and moving on from there. Because thank God, her and him did not have more than one child. But you know what I'm saying. I think she's made great choices. But she's just so boring, and I don't know why. Okay, so she still is doing nothing. That's interesting. She's a great mom. She does other work stuff, but not really. She's working with people. Last time she had some flannels. It was like 2 flannels. This year it's going to be a cardigan. Girl, we don't really care, but she was out looking at the store or whatever, and the police called her because they was robbed a year ago. Their house was broken into when they wasn't at home or whatever, and she's had anxiety since then. She been having panic attacks since then. Girl, they done moved and everything. But the police call saying they caught some burglars. Okay, and they have a whole bunch of stuff from the burglars, and they want to know if any of the burglars' stuff is they stuff. Okay, so her and Cole, I think his name is Cole. I hope it's Cole because he's such a nice person. But her husband go down to the police station, okay, to see if any of the burglars' stuff that they burgled, okay, was theirs. And they get down there, it wasn't none of it theirs. It was not their stuff. And Cole, is it Cole? Damn it, what's his name? I think it's Cole. I do. Because Cole, I think she's always saying that, but I digress, okay? But anyway, he wants to be like, okay, we now can move past this thing in our life. We can't keep going back to it, you know what I'm saying? Because we moved on. Well, I'm just kind of sad that none of the stuff was ours, so we don't have any closure. Girl, you moved, you have your life, you have your husband, your children, you are still gainfully employed with Teen Mom 2 and whatever other endeavors you have by being, a reality star, whatever. Girl, let it be. Okay, let it be. But I think this season's going to be more boring Chelsea. But I'll still watch it, you know what I'm saying? I let her bore me, you know what I'm saying? If she left the show, I wouldn't be mad, I wouldn't be happy. I'm like, oh. Yeah, okay. Anyway, we then have Leah. Okay, Leah, who we know has the twins with Corey. The other little girl with Jeremy. Is it Allie or Leah? Allie or Leah? And I don't know the other one's name. I don't know. I'm sorry. Okay, but anyway, she got the 3 children with the 2 men or whatever. And on the reunion that I did not watch last season, Jeremy, who's the father to her 3rd daughter, okay, not the twin, the other one, you know what I'm saying? He was on stage saying how Corey doesn't go to all the daughter who has muscular dystrophy. He don't go to all her doctor's appointments, and that's some bullshit because he should be able to take the time off and blah, 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 blah. That pissed Corey off because Corey who are you to comment about about my goddamn parenting with my ex-wife. Okay, keep your own comments to your own damn self or whatever. But Corey said that on Twitter because Corey has stopped going to reunions a long time ago. I like Corey. I've always liked Corey. Corey has always seemed level-headed. So when I seen the clip of Jeremy saying that, I'm like, Jeremy, didn't you move out of state for work and you don't even be there around that much for your own daughter? Aaliyah, I don't know. Anyway, I'm trying to think of the names as I'm talking. But I mean, Jeremy bringing up co-parenting situations between Leah and Corey, that was bullshit. What Leah should have told him was, I need you to stay out of me and Corey's co-parenting situation. Okay, me and Corey had, agreed that he didn't have to come to all appointments because he works a 9 to 5 job and I don't have any, set schedule of working or whatever. I fly here and fly there and then do nothing or whatever in between. That's our business, okay? That's our business. But she didn't do that. She tried. Well, no, she did. She did. But I still feel like Jeremy said that based on shit that Leah had probably been saying to him because they was fucking, okay? But now they're not fucking no more, okay? They done moved on because, again, Jeremy can't commit. I mean, he married her and then they divorced, and so then it's been like we on again, off again. But you know what I'm saying? Jeremy ain't the one to be with. He ain't nobody's forever. Okay, so again, stop pillow talking with your ex-husband / dick appointment partner about your other ex-husband who's the father of your twins. Because again, when the new ex-husband is commenting about the old ex-husband, it be some bullshit afoot. Okay, excuse me. And Corey said, like, I was mad because he said that and I wasn't there to even defend myself, and he don't know my work schedule. He don't know how many off days I have. So to make it seem as if I'm like a deadbeat is bullshit to me. And Corey said, you know what I'm saying, that's just how I felt. Jimmy, again, like, we know he got, them appointments are set 6 months in advance. They may be set 6 months in advance, but that don't mean that he have enough time to take off. Now, should he? Yes. But if Leah ain't complained, if the little girl ain't complained, leave it be. And Leah even said, like, that's a conversation me and Corey now need to have because she talked to the daughter, and the daughter do want her daddy to come to more appointments. So boom, pow, pow. Okay. But I'm happy that Leah looks healthy. And I mean that in the best of ways. I used to be scared because Leah was on drugs at one point. She's going to admit it this season, but we all knew that she was addicted to pain meds years ago, and I'm happy that she looks mentally and emotionally and spiritually and whatever other leagues we can do healthy. Okay, boom, pow, pow. Okay, we then have Jade. Okay, where she's at? There's Jade right here. Okay, now that's the only picture I can catch up her. Jade was on the reunion as well. Her mama was beefing. Her mama, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say her mama not shit. I ain't going to say that. I mean, she close to not being shit because she's always fussing at Jade. Jade has not made all the best decisions, but it's because of who she was raised by or who she wasn't raised by because her mama's bullshit. And her mama was on stage at the reunion upset because they're always talking about the bad things I've done. Like, they only bring up the bad. Well, because you were in a bad time. You were homeless. I think you was on drugs still or whatever. So they were chronicling your life at that point. If you were a great person 18 years ago for 6 months, we don't know that person. We know who you are today. And I feel like, her and Jade bump heads because her and Jade are alike. You know what I'm saying? Truth be told. And so after they calm the mama down, the whole family is backstage. They in a little room eating a little break for a little food, little meal. And the mom is complaining about, they was only talking about me and my bad stuff. And Jay said, well, no, Dr. Drew get on everybody. You know what I'm saying? He's gotten on me before. Like, they do that. Is what is the show. But if you don't want that to happen, no one's forcing you to be on the show. Her mama getting more and more upset. Whatever, don't tell me. Now her and Jay going back and forth or whatnot. Her mama pissed. Her mama packed up her food. The mama was packing up to leave, but packed up her food. I'm pretty sure she ain't paid for it. So when she packed up, I say that's what I would have did because I want the food later. Okay. Anyway, but she felt like Jade was being rude and disrespectful, and I'm like, she wasn't. She was telling you if you don't want to be on the show, you don't have to be. I don't need you here. But you can't complain about the show recording your bullshit as if you don't have a choice. You don't have to be here. And within the argument or whatever, I'll fuck you up. I'm like, who says that to their daughter? Jade's mama, hence me saying her mama kinda not shit, okay? But they have a weird, strange, happy, sad, good, bad, healthy, unhealthy relationship. They fuss and fight real hard, and they forgive each other until the next arguments. Okay, boom, pow, pow. Because eventually the mama left, and they made up later. Okay, we then see it's the baby's second birthday party, and call her Leah. Jade is still dating Sean, who I still feel like could possibly be on drugs. Okay, and we all know being a drug addict takes a long time to get, over it. But I'm like, I think he's still in the throes of being an addict, okay? And for whatever reason, him and Jay beefed out right now, and it's the baby's second birthday party, and he texts her like, you know what I'm saying, tell my daughter I said happy birthday, which pisses Jade off. Like, how can you let bullshit between me and you, prevent you from coming to your daughter's second birthday? So she assumes he isn't coming, okay? She then gets to the park, they sit up or whatever, and he shows up, and he had a piece of wood in his hand, like, oh baby, look what I got you. I said, what, some lumber? What a 2-year-old need with some lumber? Okay, but we then see on the other side of the plain brown light skinned wood, he had painted it pink and had like numbers showing, oh, this is when you were 1, this is when you were 2. It can like show, your growth or whatever. And I'm like, well, why did you paint the other side? Why wasn't both sides pink? I'm confused, but I mean, it was a gift nonetheless, okay? And then he see his grandparents are there, and oh boy, he was pissed off. Now I don't know what the grandparents did to him, and why he was so upset. He took his mic off. Don't film this, don't stop following me. Now Jade was fussing with her mama earlier. She also made the camera stop filming her. I feel like this is your job. Okay, and if your mama or your grandparents piss you off at work, you can't leave work because you pissed. You have to continue to work, pissed off or not. And when you get off work, you cuss everybody out. I'm like, I wish they would have some kind of stipulation that if you if it's a day, if you're scheduled to film that day, okay, this is the paid working filming day, and you cut it because you're just upset, they shouldn't get paid for that day at all. Okay, I'm not saying if it's some kind of family emergency. I'm not saying some kind of extenuating, some extreme circumstance. I'm saying they're just frustrated because of life, which we all have to deal with. Okay, they should be dock day pay. If I leave my job, well, I have off days paid for, but I mean, I don't know, but I do. It should be some kind of penalty if they just try to stop filming, because then the show don't have content. Okay, but I digress. Anyway, yeah, he mad because his grandparents is there, and she said, "Well, I feel like her, she should be able to get to know your grandparents or whatever." He get pissed off, and so she said, "Well, he can just leave." I'm like, "Girl, it's some bullshit afoot. If I ever seen it." Okay, that's all that was. They kept having a big party. Then we have Kale. Good old Caitlyn. Let me say this first before I go in on her. Kale is an amazing mom. Kale has made the best of a horrible situation, because the way her mama kind of disowned her and like abandoned her, right before she got pregnant with Isaac and during her pregnancy with Isaac, and she was lucky enough to, be to where she is now based on the show, the success of the show. We all know that she's only as popular and financially stable because she has stayed on this show and has gotten paid for it. So I'm gonna put that out there too. But we can see she's a great mom to her sons, and she's a hustler. I can 100% give her credit for that. However, and it was a good thing seeing her, sending her and Javier in a better place. Her and Joe is in a better place now, so that's fine and dandy, whatever. We know Chris still ain't shit, but Chris ain't never been shit, and she still keeps fucking him. We see how Isaac spent, not Lux, damn it, girl, all these children. Lincoln was at, Javi's house, and, he brought up how he went to church, and he didn't like it that much because, said, well, I believe in Buddha and God and Jesus and all of that. That was really, really cute, and I liked how Kale allowed him to express who he believed in and all that. It was really cute. Okay, boom, pow, pow. Now, at the house, she brings up how she heard, it's a rumor going around that Chris got another girl pregnant. Okay, because Chris said it kind of, sort of, on his live. but then told her, man, that ain't true. You don't believe it or whatever. But you said it, but I digress. She wants to believe him because if he got somebody else pregnant, that would be the end of us ever getting back together. As much as she dog Javi about not being shit or whatever, you is just putting up with all the Christian shit for no apparent reason. Why are you trying so hard to work it out with a man who treats you like shit? Why? I don't. You deserve better, Kale. You really, really do. I mean, anyway. So he told her it's not true. Okay, fast forward. The girl text her. Boom. Okay. Text the girl, say, girl, I know this is you. I got your number out Chris' phone. Okay, tell that man to stop playing with me and hit me up about that baby ass on the way. Okay, she then sent, you know what I'm saying, and this was around October 22nd, okay, 9:59 p.m. I believe, okay. She then sent another one, you know what I'm saying, you know, you can say something about me, oh girl, no. You can say something about my text on TV, but can't hit me back up about our baby daddy. So funny, okay? Don't worry, girl. I got a hold of him. I'll be sure to send pictures come February so Lux can see his brother. Okay, she then also sent, that was foul. Unfortunately, I'm not petty and won't leak yours. Have a blessed day. What I don't like about this, it seemed as if Kale was responding at one point. I don't know, but it's, you know, the sender is not in her contact list, but I feel like was Kale deleting messages and only sold this stuff. I'm not sure, but I'm not going back and forth with anybody. Okay, we're gonna say that. But again, the girl was wrong for I'm, you know, I'm our baby daddy. Girl, he ain't shit. Anyway, she then sent that text to Chris, and she then calls Chris and asks Chris if, you know, if the girl lying, and Chris said, yeah, ain't no truth to it. Chris fucked that girl. She may not be pregnant, but Chris fucked her. Okay, and the fact that Kale later on is pregnant by Chris, it's just stupid. Okay, and I wonder if she was pregnant at this time. That was October of 2019, probably. October, November, December. Wait, what 3 months? Oh, she was probably pregnant at the time. That's why she was pissed, because she was also pregnant already. Anyway, you know, she brings up how, you know, I just, you know, have to think about, you know, I just don't want my kids, you know, growing up and not knowing their siblings like I did. So, you know, I just don't want all these, you know, because if he got somebody who's pregnant, I would have to interact with that person to be sure that our kids were siblings or whatever. She then said, you know, because if something happens to Javi, I would make sure, you know, as much as I hate Lauren, who was Javi's other baby mama, I would make sure that, you know, Lux was able to, you know, still be cool with a sibling or whatever. The fact that you hate Lauren but don't hate Chris is mind-boggling to me, okay? Lauren ain't never fucked you over, but Chris has, okay? But, I mean, Kale just does some questionable shit. We're gonna leave that be, okay? And lastly, and not least, Bozo the Clown, okay? Bozo the Clown, better known as Brihanna, okay? Brihanna ain't doing shit. You know, she say her and Devon is in the better place. And, you know, he's coming around a little bit more after that horrible fiasco of him being a stupid asshole and drinking while he had their daughter, Nova, or whatnot. Now, Lewis is still a deadbeat, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, her cooch attract deadbeats. Her and that dude she dated in New York, they don't date no more, but I'm going to leave that be. And she's talking to her friend. And she brings up how, you know, Lewis has been MIA. He was supposed to be coming around a little bit more, and he just kind of hasn't. So she's seen on IG, okay, that he was going to be DJing at some club. So she wants to go get drunk and confront him at the club. I'm like, that is messy. That's why she's a clown, okay? I'm a clown. And that's what she is, okay? So she also brings up how he wasn't driving trucks anymore. He wasn't doing was it tow trucks? Semi-trucks? Tow truck driver? Whatever it is. No. Was he a tow truck driver? Or he just a truck? He was a truck driver. He's not doing that anymore. But he's back living in Florida. So she get dressed up, okay, to go to the club. She went to the club for dick. You can't tell me no different. My thing is, the place to confront your baby daddy, who's a deadbeat, is not at the club after drinking all night, outside in the front. And freaking girl dress. That ain't the thing to do. She went there because she was horny. And he was the closest dick to her that she was familiar with, and that's what she did. So, he like, I'll talk to you when I'm done. He was a DJ, he was DJing. And so, after it's set, they go outside and chit chat. Where have you been, Lewis? What have you been doing, Lewis? Where's Lewis? Okay, where's Lewis? There's Lewis. Boom. Okay, what have you been doing? Why you haven't came around? Stella needs you. Now look, he is 100% a deadbeat, and she 100% has the right to confront him and tell him that he needs to do better. She also is aware he won't. Okay, and she gives Devon so much shit, but Devon is a better baby daddy than Lewis. That's the crazy part, but I ain't digress, okay? And so she's like, you cheated on me or whatever. You never fought for us. I thought at one point you maybe want us to be together. Do you want us to be together, Lewis? He like, I don't want to say, I did, at one point, but you kind of just, went cold turkey on me or whatever after I cheated or whatnot, and I tried to get you back, and you just kind of, said fuck it or whatever. She's like, I just think we need to talk or whatever, and you should be around more for Stella. Okay, again, she a little bit drunk. He thinks that, okay, I'm saying, I can promise to get her on Saturdays and Sundays. Let's start with the weekends, okay? I want to do more, but I can promise Saturdays and Sundays for right now. I do think that the little girl don't know him that well. Weekends is cool because, again, she has to get acclimated to this strange man and whatnot. Brihanna then says, okay, that's fine. I just want to go home. He's like, okay, you gonna go home? She's like, yeah, do you live far? He was like, no, not that far. It's like, are you done working? He's like, well, yeah, I'm done. I can't wait to talk to you. She's like, I want to go home. Like, oh, he then said, are you going to take me home? And she was like, no, let's get an Uber, and let's go home. And then I say, bitch, girl, where the face at? I'm like, why? You want to fuck him? She wants to bang Lewis. I'm a clown. She's a clown. She left and went home. Girl, she left and went home. She paid for a whole Uber. Okay, let me make a sponsor for y'all. Okay, she paid for a whole Uber and left with Lewis. And we know that they had sex. We also know that he gave her an STD. But that's what you get for fucking your trifling ass baby daddy with no condom. That's it. Okay, so I gave y'all a Teen Mom 2 review. Let's see if I do it next week. I'm going to keep watching the show. Because it's pretty interesting. Y'all know I love to read people up and through. Okay, anyway, I'm done. Peace.